But it was from their childhood, but I'm not sure which one of them had it. And then there's a china and a porcelain doll's head, just a miniature doll's head.
Yeah.
Without the rest of the head or the body, it's just the face.
A little perfume holder, wasn't it? It does have cork.
No, it's just the.
Oh,
it's just the face, and would have had the doll's head attached to it, and the body. It's just a porcelain face. It looks.
I don't remember.
What was that from?
From one of
Louise?
one of the children, I guess. It could have been from Grandma's lady's childhood. I don't
So when
know.
they came home from Germany, whenever it was, it's pronounced Leity. Leighty. And when Daddy was in the oil field working or whatever, people would mispronounce it or something, and he changed it just to Leighty. The spelling is the same, Leighty, but he
Just
pronounced it
pronunciation.
Leighty. So we grew up as the Leighty girls, and at the workplace at Armour's, where he worked for so many years as plant engineer, he was known as Lightning. Sometimes they'd call him Lightning because he was fast. And I remember
Well,
growing
was he an
up.
electrical engineer?
He
was everything.
he was
engineer.
everything.
Plant engineer.
Plumbing and
He
the whole
fixed
nine.
motors. He did all the
Big
maintenance
machines.
for
They
the-
had buttermilk dryers that they made
and
feed for pigs or animals anyhow, and it had great big rollers that rolled, and the buttermilk was on that, and it would come. These rollers were heated, and they'd go around
I
and
don't
would
remember
shave
that
shave the buttermilk off in flakes, dry flakes,
Oh.
after it was ironed by this big machine. And all of
That was
those.
powdered then?
Yeah. All of those machines and great big,
Oh, yeah, I remember.
the butter.
Yeah,
the
the
churns.
butter
The churns,
deal,
yeah.
that
real,
was
real
huge.
big. I mean,
Yeah.
they were big wooden churns.
A man could stand up inside it. It was that big.
And when they do the churning of the butter, Daddy would be called to one part of the plant someplace, and he always wore overalls. In the little middle pocket, he had a little 6-inch steel rule. I've got that, I think, still. And don't know where it is right now. It's in
I
this
think I
house.
may have it.
Oh, you did? You didn't have it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, he'd take that steel rule out, and as he was passing, and the men that worked in the butter churn area, getting the butter out, well, they drained the liquid off down a little
Buttermilk.
trough. And they had to open these doors on these big round churns, and they wore short sleeve or sleeveless t-shirts, because it was kind of warm in there, and they had to take a salt tablet when they came to work to keep them from sweating, and so it wouldn't get sweat. And they'd reach in and had to wash their arms and hands, and they'd reach in and grab big bunches of butter and put it out on a pallet that was out here and slap it down on the pallet until it piled up about 3 feet high. I remember walking past those.
I was
And
thinking it was higher than that, but maybe it's because I was little.
But Daddy would go through the butter room on his way
Take a
something else,
sample.
and swipe the butter with his steel roll and eat it, just a lump of butter. And so no wonder
He
kinda
learned
heavy.
to love butter.
Yeah, he died of a heart attack at what age?
Well, he had,
67.
he had 3 heart attacks. One 6 years before he died, and he bounced back real good. And one 3 years before he died, and he didn't ever bounce back real good. And then the final one took him. And so heart disease runs in our family. And then our mama lived to be, and he was 67 when he died. And Mama lived to be 91 and a half. And she had a massive heart attack that took her. And not instantly, but within minutes. It
She
was
had
on the way to the
diabetes,
hospital.
her
He was in
legs
the
were black.
ambulance. I remember,
Yeah.
and we were
Wow.
driving, and we drove real fast, and the ambulance got there first, and she was already gone when we got to
Well,
the hospital.
they started out slow, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden they
Yeah.
sped up real fast.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And
We realized
because she was
later
still
that
conscious when
she
they
was
came
dying
and
then.
got her. She was still conscious, and she says, "Lois, and get my purse." she wanted to make sure I got her purse if she was
Well-
going to be taken to the hospital.
She
And-
was more concerned about her shoes, don't you remember
Yes,
that?
she wanted her
And they
shoes
said,
long.
you don't need shoes, you're gonna be on the stretcher, we're gonna carry you. And she says, I have to have my shoes.
Yes. And Lois said, get my purse. And
I think the trauma of that, and
Maybe.
knowing that she was going to the hospital, which she didn't ever want any part of.
No.
She never had been to a hospital,
No.
had
Yeah,
she?
she had.
Oh, she had.
Had she?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
She
okay.
had to go to the hospital when she had broke her hip.
Oh,
She
that's
also
right.
was in the hospital when she had diverticulitis, was it, or
Yeah, something like that.
when she was
Oh, I
younger?
forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
And boy, she avoided the doctors. She didn't
Yeah.
like doctors.
But she was, her blood pressure would just shoot up when something like that happened. I remember when we took her to the hospital to have her cataracts removed.
Oh,
She
that's right.
actually didn't enter, it was an outpatient thing, but she went into the hospital to do it.
Mhm.
And her blood pressure, they took them a long time to get it down to where they could even go forward because she was so affected by
Mhm.
all that. And I think that's what probably brought on that last heart attack.
Yeah.
She was in very bad condition,
Yeah.
and I think would have died in hours or days anyway,
Yeah,
because
probably.
her body'd already started to shut down,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
she was cold. And I stood behind her. She was sitting in her little wheelchair, and I stood behind her and held her head in my hands like
Yeah.
this.
Mhm.
And she said, "Oh, that feels so good. Your hands are so warm."
Oh.
She was just freezing.
Hmm.
And we
Yeah.
finally talked her into letting us call the ambulance and take her to the hospital just so they could. She was in quite a bit of pain, and we kept telling her, we'll not let them do anything to prolong your life. We'll let them give you some
I
medicine.
don't remember that at all.
Yeah, some medicine to help you with the pain.
Uh-huh.
And we promised her that, and she finally agreed, but that was,
She was
Upsetting.
strong-willed,
mhm.
wasn't she?
But she died actually before they took her into the hospital emergency room, didn't it? When she
Yeah,
gone?
that was, they started out going just normal
Oh, that's
pace.
right. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it just shot forward,
Uh-huh.
and that's when she started having that last heart attack,
Mhm.
probably. I
Mhm.
think they told us that was the case, and by the time they got to the hospital, she was gone.
Yeah.
But they worked
Yeah.
over her for a while, but
Yeah.
didn't do any good.
Well,
She
thank the
didn't
Lord
want
she
to.
was ready.
Didn't you tell them not
Well-
to work her, or they just did it?
I'm not sure, I'm not sure, Jamie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But we had told them, she had signed papers where they weren't to do anything to.
Really? I
They're
didn't know
always-
that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when
Mm.
she bought her made her funeral arrangements, she
Oh.
signed whatever.
Do not
do not
resuscitate.
Yeah, I couldn't think of
Uh-huh.
what they called it
Yeah.
then.
Oh. Uh-huh.
So I'm not sure what they did do at the last. Now that you ask it.
I think she died before they could.
Uh,
Do
yeah,
anything.
She was dead by the time they
Yeah.
got to the hospital.
Yeah. I knew you said she was
Mhm.
when they brought her in. You rode in the front of the ambulance, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you didn't?
They wouldn't let either one of
Oh.
us. That upset her too.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
They wouldn't let us. We had to drive behind them
Huh.
with her shoes and her
Yeah,
purse.
yeah.